you, and welcome everybody inside the Flames TV Live pregame show, brought to you by Budweiser. A season series on the line here tonight as the Colorado Avalanche and Calgary Flames meet for a third and final time in this regular season, but certainly a matchup I know a few people would love to see at least one more time here before this full season is over, talking specifically about the playoffs. By the way, this is a rubber match between these two teams. The Colorado Avalanche won the last meeting, which was back in Colorado. The Flames took the first one, an overtime victory, also in Colorado. So this is the first opportunity to see the first place team in the National Hockey League, the Avalanche, here in Calgary. They lead the NHL with 98 points. There you see the record against the Flames this season as well. As for the Calgary Flames, coming off back-to-back wins over the course of the weekend, including that thriller over the Edmonton Oilers on Saturday night. 21 wins on home ice now, in the second best goal differential in the NHL. But they know that, especially based on experience, it'll be a stern test here tonight against the Avalanche.
Yeah, obviously now getting closer towards playoffs here, we're excited to play the top team, and obviously we got to beat Colorado if we want to go where we wanted to.
The one thing that we do know is Colorado is a fast-starting team, and we saw that in different detail in both games, so we have to make sure we're ready for that. In both games, their rush attack is pretty dangerous, so we got to also make sure that our coverage is really good, from goal line to goal line. But the bottom line is, as you mentioned, it's a 3-game series. It's 1-1, and what we take from it is we want to win the series.
Couple of young standout defensemen in the spotlight for our Who to Watch tonight. Calgary native Cale Makar makes his return to Calgary, first time this season, first time actually back in Calgary in a couple of years, as Makar leads the NHL in goals by a defenseman with 24. His 73 points are also the second most by a defenseman in franchise history, with still some time to chase down top spot, which is 82 points. Noah Hanifin, meanwhile, skated in game number 500 on Saturday night, the fifth youngest defenseman in NHL history to do that at the age of 25. Hanifin is also just 2 points off of his career high, sitting at 31 on the season, having a great year alongside Rasmus Andersson on the Flames back end. Another guy that's having a sensational year is Johnny Gaudreau, up to the top 3 in the National Hockey League in points after that big career high 5 points on Saturday against 5 assists, actually, all of them helpers against the Edmonton Oilers. He was a topic du jour here over the last couple of days, continuing to generate some conversation nationally as one of the top players in the league.
Yeah, it was a good one. A couple tap-ins for the boys, and no, he was flying that night, and obviously making plays. He had a lot of fun, but that's how it's been pretty much the whole season. I think he's when we need that extra goal or some amazing passes or the extra thing, he's always there to do it, and he's been unreal for us this year.
It's not about what he did last year, what he did 2 years ago or something. Goals and assists are all that is the guys who score big goals are way more important than the guys who score lots of goals. So you break that down. Or the guys are involved in 5-on-5 play in terms of goals for and against at even strength are way more important than somebody who might have a lot of goals and is on the ice for more. Right? So it's how you become a good hockey club, is if your top guys can buy into that.
Calgary Flames will make one change to the lineup, and that'll be Sean Monahan drawing back in as he missed the last 2 games over the weekend against Arizona and Edmonton. Looks like he'll start on a line in between Trevor Lewis and Milan Lucic tonight.
Yeah, I mean, just putting the work. Obviously, you don't want to be scratched. You want to be in the lineup helping the team. So, I mean, putting the work, and like I said, I'm excited to get back in tonight. I think I can step up in a big way. I know I can put the puck in the net and, win big face-offs and, be a big part of the team in the dressing room. So I think that's my goal here.
He really cares about how his team does as a whole, and that's something that I think you've seen in the way he's embraced his role, and something that I've seen in the last few weeks is his ability to adopt the role, which he has this year, but also to be able to step back and say, okay, I got to make sure I find a way to get better here and find a way to compete and find a way to keep myself on top of my game, and not take anything as a setback, but take it as an opportunity to get better. So I think that's something that says a lot about who he is.
All right, the pregame show will continue. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll hear from Mr. 500, Noah Hanifin, next.
All of us here at Calgary Sports and Entertainment are thrilled to welcome you to the Scotiabank Saddledome and would like to share some important updates and reminders. Face coverings are no longer required at the Scotiabank Saddledome. However, we recognize there are varying levels of comfort with this change. We respect everyone's right to make this personal choice and appreciate that some patrons and staff may prefer to continue wearing face coverings. Additionally, no one ever wants to miss a game, but we do ask that you please stay home if you're feeling unwell. The Scotiabank Saddledome has a zero-tolerance policy for foul or inappropriate behavior, along with any disruption of the game, including throwing objects, fighting, or trespassing on the ice surface. Under some circumstances, the puck may be propelled into the spectator area with enough force to cause serious injury. If you are struck, immediately ask the nearest usher for help and directions to the medical station. Perhaps most importantly, please make sure you are kind and respectful to one another, as well as the venue staff, who are working hard to ensure the best possible experience for our patrons. If you have any questions about any of these important updates and reminders, please don't hesitate to contact a venue representative or Calgary Flames customer service. You can also report any issue or ask a question by texting us your seat location along with your question and the word S-Dome to 587-327-2207 to reach our fan text line. We greatly appreciate your support and understanding. Together, we can enjoy a safe and fun experience here in the Scotiabank Saddledome.
Here's a look at what you need to know. Flames and Avalanche tonight with those 5 assists on Saturday. Johnny is up to 60 on the year. That's the third time in his career he has had one of those 60-point seasons, 60-assist seasons. As for the Avalanche, we talked about number 1 team in the NHL, 98. But watch for them in the third period. That's where they lead the NHL with 92 goals. And as far as plus-minus is concerned, Calgary Flames right at the top. Gaudreau, Lindholm, and Tkachuk, 3 of the top 4 in terms of league leaders. Noah Hanifin stops in. And before we get to the Avs, I want to just quickly touch on Saturday night. It was a big game for you as well, hitting a milestone. But maybe just first of all, the game. I mean, that was something else on Saturday. What was the vibe like, the energy, and then just leaving the rink that night?
Yeah, I mean, I think we all knew it was going to be a fun one. And, for me, being my 500th game, it was definitely a memorable game and a lot of fun to be a part of. So, definitely a unique game for sure. A lot of scoring, probably pretty entertaining for the fans, but I'm just glad we got the win. Yeah, fair enough. And 500, that's a pretty special milestone. 5th youngest defenseman in NHL history to do it. You see your name kind of listed among those other ones at the top of that list. What does it say to you? What does it kind of speak to your career to this point? Yeah, man, just real grateful, and I mean, it's been it's crazy. It's flown by, but just a lot of people have helped me just get to that point. And I've had a lot of great coaches and people who've supported me, my family and stuff. That's helped me even get to this level. And it's hard to play in this league, and it's harder to stay here. And I've just been really fortunate to be around a lot of good people, and hopefully I can play for a long time. All right, how about Colorado here tonight? We've seen them twice here this month, as we talked about. One was a different situation. You guys were coming off back-to-back games, travel or in the middle of it. What have you learned about this team, and what do you have to keep in mind here tonight? Yeah, I mean they're right up there at the top of the league, and I mean they're deep. They have it all, and they're a very fast team. That's something I noticed. Last time we played them, it was a really fast game. It felt like a different level, and but it's good. I mean, it's good for us. It's a good test for us. We feel we're at the top. We're one of the top teams in the league as well, and we're playing our game. So it's always it's been fun. I mean, the last 2 games have been real competitive, and it'll be nice to get these guys on home ice tonight.
All right, here's a look at your starting goaltenders for tonight's game. A pseudo home game for Darcy Kemper, a native of Saskatoon. He gets the start here tonight, 7 of the last 10 for the Avalanche. He's also started both against the Calgary Flames in prior meetings. As for Jacob Markstrom, start number 52 on the year, but his first against the Colorado Avalanche, if you remember back, Dan Vladar got the nod in both prior meetings back in Colorado. No Nathan MacKinnon here tonight for the Colorado Avalanche, announced this morning by their head coach, Jared Bednar. He is out with an upper body injury, but still plenty of weapons on the other side for the Avs. Calgary Flames looking to make it 3 in a row here on home ice. It's the Colorado Avalanche, Calgary Flames, a third and final meeting of the regular season. It's coming up next. Enjoy the game, everyone.
They went into Colorado recently and beat the Avalanche in Ball Arena. and that series is 1-1, and they play one more time. So I think all eyes in the hockey world will want to watch that game because it's going to be a doozy.
Here comes Johnny Gaudreau on a breakaway. He shoots. He scores. Johnny Gaudreau. On the attack, leaves it there for Backlund. Backlund shoots, scores. It was a wild one here at Scotiabank Saddledome tonight. And the sea of red erupts. If you're a fan of the game, Cassie, it doesn't get much better than this in the regular season.
Flames fans, hockey is for all, and to kick off tonight's game, please join us in welcoming tonight's Scotiabank skater, 12-year-old Alexis Kostrowski from the U13.